very embarrassing. I can't understand. I just want welcome. Welcome. So, this has to stop. Completely. Enough is enough. And that's why we as lawyers we want to make it so. Just 1 minute. No. I'm not going to speak. No, I'm not speaking, please. I'm blind. My mind. I have myself, and therefore illegal activities. So for you to apply, you must know where the things are.
People say Imo Street, and this is Imo River Street. Number 7 Imo River Street.
So before they went to the magistrate to apply, didn't they even identify the
before you walk to the magistrate? Won't you know the premises where the legal artists take it?
And they did not put a name on, and no name was put.
No name. It's just the harassment.
No name.
You will understand my wife. I'll go and set it aside.
Give me a second. Okay, I already have it.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure.
No, come.
As I was coming, she was coming with me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I told you now. She was coming down. I told her. We are showed us to straight away. We are coming down. English.
Okay.
Which is the latest? Mike. Adida. Mike. I finally got you today. You get me. I got you 100. Mike, I finally got you today. You get me now.
Well, to start with, my name is Senator Betty Apiafi. I represent Rivers West Senatorial District. And I'm here because I hear some EFCC and security agents came here to arrest to invade the premises of my constituent. I represent the Odilis in the National Assembly.
So what have you found out?
Well, we found out that the security men came into the premises, that they had a search warrant, and they're coming to search for illegal activities. I don't know what kind of illegal activities will be going on here. And they specifically stated that they came from the Supreme Court, and there's no number 9 on this street, and that is supposed to be the street they were supposed to go to. So which means that they actually came to this house. So we are just wondering, I mean, this happened some hours ago, and I've been here. It's about 10 o'clock now. Just be waiting to see whether they will come back, to be sure that my constituents are protected and in good health.
Do you think there could be a politically motivated?
Highly likely, I think. It should be. And I don't know the reason why. Because I mean,
Will
like,
there be any connection with the PDP's convention that's coming up tomorrow?
well, I can't tell. I can't tell. I wish I had seen them because I would have loved to interrogate them.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, distinguished from Channels Television.
Yeah.
It will be interesting to, first of all, get a feel of what you witnessed here today.
Well, at about 6 p.m. this evening, some security men invaded the premises of the Odilis. And the Odilis happen to be my constituents. I represent Rivers West Senatorial District in the National Assembly. So we all quickly rushed down here to find out what was going on. And the security men who came specifically said they came from the Supreme Court. And Mrs. Odili is of the Supreme Court. And phone calls have been made and nobody has accepted they sent anybody here. And it's quite strange for a country that has so much insecurity, for security men to just invade somebody's premises because they actually went into the premises. I mean, like, it's so unprofessional for them to do things like that, putting people, I mean, like, everybody's already insecure in this country. You're trying to protect yourself, and then security agents just come into your house with a search warrant. They actually had a search warrant, which was properly signed, so which means they definitely knew what they were coming here to do, and they definitely wanted to execute it, yes. And unfortunately for them, the Rivers people rose, and other men of goodwill came, and a lot of people came here, and I mean, they just found that, of course, and thank all the pressmen who have been here. I mean, most of you have been here for hours. We really appreciate you for the dedication, your dedication to duty, because it is all of that that has made them to make a quick retreat. Thank you. Yeah.
I'm talking to you in my capacity as a lawyer to the Honorable Justice Mary Okaigo Odili and Dr. Peter Odili, former governor of Rivers State. We just got information that this place was surrounded by some operatives. Some call it Joint Task Force, some say EFCC, some said police, some said army, by whatever name. And then I rushed here. What is going on in Nigeria is something that should give that should be a source of concern to everybody. Dr. Peter Odili was governor for 8 years. He did well for his people in this country. The Honorable Justice Mary Peter Odili has been a justice of the Supreme Court for many years. After going through the Court of Appeal, High Court, and Magistrate Court, she has never involved herself in politics. So why would you want to come and search this house? Over what? So many insinuations. One, they were dead wrong to have come to this house. I've seen the search warrant.
Okay, they came with the search warrant.
The search warrant has no name. That's number one. Number one fundamental flaw. The search warrant has no name on it. A search warrant must have a name of the person that you want to carry out a search on his or her house. That's number one flaw. The search warrant has number 9, Imo Street, Maitama on it. This address is not number 9, Imo Street, Maitama. This is number 7, Imo River Street, Maitama. So if they were looking for Imo Street, they should look for Imo Street elsewhere. There's another Imo Close, Imo Close nearby. There's another Imo Close somewhere, I think in Garki. But this place is Imo River Street, number 7.
So you think they mixed their way?
It's not number 9 Imo Street. So for that reason alone, they missed the point badly. 2 theories. If one wants to give them the benefit of the doubt, one can say it was a genuine mistake, which was why they had to quickly retreat and withdraw. Contrary to the information online that Justice Odili resisted any search. She didn't resist any search. I believe that they themselves must have found that they were committing terrible harakiri. That is giving them the benefit of the doubt. The other theory, which is also as powerful, is that it is politically motivated, deliberately contrived as an artifice and design to embarrass the cerebral justice of the Supreme Court and to embarrass the husband. Of course, the husband is a well-known PDP titan, and tomorrow is PDP convention. Could it have been designed to rake up issues and make it look like they were trying to go after him so as to demoralize the delegates for tomorrow's convention? That is another theory. But for whatever theory it is, one thing is clear to me. We are gradually moving towards the precipice of calling ourselves a banana republic. Nowhere in the world, today is Saturday, with secret agents just bump into the house of a justice of the Supreme Court and a former governor with a search warrant, a search warrant that does not bear the name of any person. An empty search warrant, no name written on it. And then the house you are coming into is number 7 Imo River Street, but your search warrant bears number 9 Imo Street. What is the correlation? What is the connection? I believe that things like this should not
Did they go away with their search warrant, or they left you with a copy of it?
No, they went away with it. We should stop this kind of embarrassment, not only to the people involved, but to the entire country. Because Nigeria is not an island unto itself. The whole country, the whole world, the international community is watching. How would you go to a house? What is the connection between number 7 and number 9? What is the connection between Imo Street and Imo River Street? What is the connection between people who live here and a search warrant that does not have a name at all? This is wrong, and it's making us a laughing stock before the international community. And this government should call these people to order. Whosoever is in charge should call them to order to stop embarrassing us. For God's sake, it's not worth it. No power is worth it. No amount of power seeking is worth it. No amount of rabble rousing is worth it. We should all live with the fear of God. I know that when you point one finger at people, the remaining 4 are pointing at you. We must also realize that when you throw a stone into the market, you may never know whom that stone will hit. It could be your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your daughter, your son. It could be your uncle, your aunt. It could be your nephew, it could be your niece, it could be your relation, it could be your friend. It could be your business partner, your political soulmate. That is why you must never throw a stone.
How long do you intend to be here with other people?
We are here on a night vigil. We believing that on the first theory that it was a genuine mistake. Because if it was a genuine mistake, then they will not be back here. So we are here.
Okay, sir,
we are right here.
Please, what do you understand? What do you understand so far? Why is there a reason here? What are they really looking for?
We don't have the reason. They say one whom I saw to an affidavit saying that there are some suspicious activities going on here. You have all seen the house. This is the house. Which suspicious activities going on? There's no politician here. There's none. There's no politician living here. A justice of the Supreme Court who was busy pouring through her books. You can see, you have all gone in. Does this serene and quiet environment look like a place where you can have suspicious activities or illegal activities? That is why I said it was either a genuine mistake or a contrived, embarrassing artifice and design deliberately contrived to embarrass the Honorable Justice Mary Peter Odili and Dr. Peter Odili, none of which was necessary at all in the circumstances of the case. So we are here.
Thank you so very much.
Yeah, we are here.
Thank you.
My name is Right Honorable Ighodalo Aguma, former member of the House of Representatives of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, former Commissioner, Rivers State.
Okay, sir. So, would you mind telling us what happened here?
Well, I'll say this. We are shocked. Even the question when you say, what happened here? We can't really say what happened here, because we don't know what happened here, other than a harassment by so-called security agencies of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, led by a major, on the all but one justice officer of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And it tells negatively on where we are in democracy today in Nigeria. Because they produced a search warrant with a wrong address, a search warrant with a wrong, even street name. And the EFCC and the DSS have denied that they are involved in this. Our question remains, we're even beginning to suspect a targeted possible assassination. We are beginning to suspect that. But for the I must commend the security agencies in this house, the security officers in this house, because they gained entrance to the gate. But they were effectively stopped. And they also left here claiming that judges have informed them to come back. This had never happened in Nigeria before. We know that there have been, especially in Port Harcourt and elsewhere, there have been, prior to this time, an insurgent. I want to use the word in quotes, insurgent on judiciary officers in Nigeria. We also know that before now, when a landmark judgment was delivered based on the rule of law and justice, there was a sort of siege in this area. But are we then beginning in this country to descend into the annals that are not against the rule of law? Is there no government in this country anymore? When independent judicial officers will be attacked in their own homes, and in this case, for no known cause, we are surprised.
Do you think there is any link politically to what has just happened?
Well, our sister, mother, and the former First Lady of the Rivers State government, who has since excelled and moved on, is not known to any political inclination. The law reports are clear as regards her astute resolve to blinded justice in Nigeria. So I don't know where this is all coming from.
But some would want to wonder what would make you or make anybody think that is the the justice that they came for. Perhaps they came for her husband.
Well, I want to say this. Everybody knows that my former boss, the former governor of Rivers State, is resident in Port Harcourt. He is an academician of repute who has established a university or founded a university to train Nigerians in his passion of medicine. Everybody knows where he resides. So if indeed it was targeted at him, they know where to go to. It's not a hidden secret. He just won a case as regards the infringement of his fundamental human rights of owning a passport in Nigeria. Everybody knows where that he is. But why come and harass a wife and a judicial officer? In fact, I call on the Federation of International Women Lawyers to rise up to the occasion this time around. I call on the NBA. I call on every lawyer. And I call on every person in every judge in judiciary to rise up. Because again, we see a time that is a prelude, probably, to the intimidation of judicial officers in Nigeria, again arising. We saw it before. We know that at a point in time, at about 1 or 2 a.m., the governor of Rivers State had to arise in Port Harcourt to go and intervene in the forceful arrests of judicial officers in Nigeria. We are seeing that happening again. Please, it is time for us to come, wake up, and arise to the occasion.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Type his name correctly. Get his spelling correctly.
I know that no was just
Just now on the camera now.
Get out.
More than 5 more than APC.